Today's training was amazing for a variety of reasons, but the number one reason is the people. Gracie University and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu brings people together, even in some of the hardest times in the world. Let me explain what I mean. Right now, if you're living under a rock, you haven't heard, California is on fire. It's been on fire for the past couple of days. Malibu, Pacific Palisades have been destroyed. Of course, Altadena, Pasadena, there's fire everywhere. Thank God me and my family are okay. However, some people that have been affected from the fire are reeling, okay? They have no place to live. They have no place to stay. They need food. They need all these different things. But you wouldn't think jiu-jitsu would rank very high on that list. But sometimes all we freaking need is a little bit of normalcy. Sometimes all we freaking need is just to have a little bit more of our routine in jiu-jitsu. The way that you feel when you train and when you're finished training, it's a great release. It's a stress reliever. It's a great workout. And so today, and you'll see it in another video, I'm going to post the video, but today I got to train with the gentleman who has been affected by the fires. His house is fine. Thank God. Praise God. His house is fine, but his school, his Gracie University CTC is closed. And so in order to get some training in, he decided to train at Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Torrance, Gracie University Torrance headquarters, the main spot, the place where everybody wants to be. And today was an amazing experience. This guy, Dave follows me. He's on my channel. He's a subscriber. Of course, I subscribe to him. I made a video with Dave after class, so I won't go into all that here. But Dave wanted to train somewhere because his CTC is closed down due to fires. The place is still standing. Thank God it hasn't burned, but the air quality makes it so it's not a great idea to train. It's less than optimal to train with that kind of air quality. And so Dave hit me up on Instagram last night at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu, and he said, "Hey Chris, I'm going to train tomorrow. Maybe I'll come down to where you are in Laguna Hills." And I said, "Hey man, I'm going to be in Torrance tomorrow. Maybe you can come to Torrance if it's not too far." He's like, "Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll see you there." And sure as the sun is shining, when I walk into the lobby and here in Gracie Torrance today, I see Dave. He's like, "Hey Chris." I'm like, "Are you Dave?" He's like, "Yes, I am." I've got 175 subscribers right now. There's no reason why people should know who the heck I am, but somehow through the power of technology, YouTube and Instagram, I made a friend about Gracie University, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And so me and Dave end up linking up. "Hey Dave, how's it going?" We shake hands. He's a tall dude. He's taller than me. And he's like, "Hey, you want to train together?" Sure. So he's a blue belt. He's got more experience than I do, but he wanted to take a combatives class. I think he wanted to hang out with old Chris, which is nice. But I just appreciate, making a friend and somebody who supports me on this freaking channel. So anyhow, Dave and I get changed. We get on the mat, and guess who's teaching the freaking class? Rener freaking Gracie. And you know what? That's not a rare thing. It's not rare that Rener teaches. I think Rener teaches just about every day. Now, it's kind of crazy because when I was here last week and I got my gi and I took a tour, Rener was not here. I'm told he was out of town. I saw Hiron when I was here, but I didn't see Rener. Today, not only do I see Rener, but Rener's teaching the freaking class. So if you want to know how me and Dave felt about training with Rener Gracie, click that video that I posted. It's in the description as well. You can watch that video with me and Dave talking about training with Rener. But it was amazing because not only, let me tell you what I was worried about. I was worried that in a place that is so big with so many members and such a huge mat that I would get lost in the shuffle. I was afraid that if I was training here on this gigantic freaking mat, that nobody would see me or know what was going on or come over to help me, especially because I'm a big guy. Ask Dave or watch that video. I'm a big dude, and so sometimes I kind of have to modify things in order to make it work for me. And believe it or not, I had more attention from instructors. There were multiple instructors, not just Rener, but there were multiple instructors. And Rener came over and helped me adjust the lesson to make it fit better for my body. We didn't change anything, just changed the grip, slightly little change the grip, but it worked out. It worked out. It was amazing. I had the help I needed, the individual attention that I needed, and Rener freaking Gracie's teaching the class. They say never meet your heroes, but damn it, meet Rener Gracie, because homeboy lived up to the hype. And Dave pointed out that he didn't expect that Rener was going to teach, but he sure as heck didn't expect that Rener was going to be sweeping the floors after class. A lot of us started sweeping and mopping the floors after class. You got to take care of where you train. And it was amazing. It was great. So Rener's not only a nice guy, he took a selfie with me. You probably saw it on the cover photo. Not only is Rener a nice guy, not only is he a great teacher, not only did he get individual attention, not only was he personable and accessible and willing to take a selfie, he was sweeping the floors after class. So this sounds like a Rener fanboy thing, and it kind of is, but if you watch my content, I wasn't always a Rener fan. I kind of thought he was too good to be true. But it turns out Rener in person and Rener on the phone, because I did talk to him on the phone once, that's another story, is the same exact way that he is in person as he is on the videos, as he is on the phone. Rener is consistent. If you think this is an act or some kind of, shtick. It's not. This is him. He seems like, you know, he's a very awesome dude, genuine dude, tall dude. What is Gracie's eating, man? The Gracie diet, apparently, because they're all huge. But I had a great time. I had a great class. For those who are interested in the technique, it was great going from a standing technique, you know, the clinch, taking him down, going to mount. And then, of course, you know, the person tries to roll, you get to hit him with the different submissions. One thing I really appreciated was the variation from strong side to weak side on the rear naked choke. I have never learned that before. Despite years of training at my Keep Showing Up University, I never learned what to do with, you know, if you're on strong side or weak side with the rear naked choke. So that was an interesting thing to train, to drill, something that I had never learned before. And that was great. I loved the remount technique. I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it because I'm a big dude, but you know what? I was able to do it and it was great. And the way we put everything together, the class flew by. We started off with just some movements, some drills. Then we did the standing thing, I guess kind of warm you up with the standing stuff. And then we went to the different slices, the different variations of the rear naked choke, of taking the back, rear naked choke, strong side, weak side, all these different variations. And of course, we amped up the resistance as well to make it more challenging as class went on. So you get that fight kind of feel, that fight kind of energy I was talking about. So we ramped up the resistance a little bit. And of course, Dave, my partner, Dave's a blue belt. He knows what the heck he's doing. So Dave and I had a good competitive kind of a little exchange, except I'm sorry, Dave, I know I'm heavy. All right. Maybe you don't know from the crop from here on up, but I'm a big dude. I am not small. And so Dave got to feel the pressure of the old killer whale today. And I'm sorry, Dave, I tried to take it easy on you, but you know what? Dave's a big dude too. He can handle it. And he said in that video that I linked to down below that that it's nice training with somebody bigger than you because he doesn't have to worry about being the big guy. A lot of times when you're the big guy, you have to worry about taking care of the smaller guy, which is just being a good training partner. And so being with the guy bigger than him, Dave got to kind of shut off his brain about worrying about putting too much weight, too much pressure, because he knew I could take it. And that's brilliant. That's beautiful. And I hope that as I continue training, I can keep finding bigger, larger, sturdy, whatever term you want to use, training partners so I can get through my reps. And of course, I lost 33 pounds last year. I hope to keep melting the old snowman and lose even more weight this year as I continue on my jiu-jitsu journey. So everything was great. Clinch against the non-aggressive opponent. We had a great discussion about how it looks legally. From a self-defense standpoint, if you're backing away and clinch and maintain mount, like, you know, versus just punching a dude in the face. So that was nice. It wasn't just a physical workout, it was a mental workout as well, which was nice. And of course, learning the different variations, strong side, weak side with the rear naked choke was great. The variation for me and for Dave, because we're bigger dudes, to go from sneaking that second arm in to using more of a gable grip, that was awesome. I have learned that before. I did that at my old school, Keep Showing Up University. I learned to modify the rear naked choke and use the old gable grip. So that was not new. But the variation, the going from strong side to weak side variation was amazing. And then the remount technique, man, I'm loving this stuff. So if you haven't figured it out by now, I am a fan of Gracie University. I'm a fan of Rener freaking Gracie. I'm a fan of freaking Gracie Combatives. So this is class number 4. I think this is day, I'm not even tracking the days anymore. It might be day number 9, I'm not sure. But I think as of today, I've got like 14 classes under my belt. So I'm getting closer and closer and closer to that stripe. Boy, you know, when I get that stripe, I'm going to share a video about it. And whoo, you ain't ready for when I finally get this Combatives belt, y'all. I'm excited to be making progress, learning new things, trying new things, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So if you're following along on this journey, if you're like my boy Dave, and you're following along and you haven't ever left a comment, leave a comment, say hello. You never know, we might train together. Heck, Reese is the person who works at the front counter. She's amazing. I mentioned her last time when I took the tour. She was there this morning, helped me get all squared away. Her and Franz is legit as well. Somebody told Reese that I shouted her out on my video. And I'm like, yo, that video's got like 300 views. Who's watching these things? You know what? Some people. So if you're one of those people watching these videos and you like what you see, drop me a happy face. You know, how about this? Drop a thumbs up emoji in the comments, just so I know you watched the darn thing. Because sometimes I just talk to the camera and I'm speaking to the void. I'm documenting my journey. I don't care how many people watch it, but it's interesting to hear from other people like Rener Gracie. Hey, I watched your videos. You did? And the other person, hey, told Reese, hey, this guy talked about you in the video. And then Reese found the video. Come on, y'all. Jiu-Jitsu is huge, but it's also kind of a small world, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So if you are one of those people that, God forbid, you've been affected by the fires, you need a place to train, find yourself a Gracie University CTC. And of course, you can train there, I think twice a week, 3 times a week for free. It's included in your membership. So do that, just like Dave did today. It's one of the best parts of Gracie University is that you can train anywhere you want. And if you can't get to another CTC, you always have the online content, which I think is amazing. I didn't get to watch today's lesson before I trained, but now that I've actually done the class, I'm going to watch the video with fresh eyes and kind of a new perspective. And I think that's it. So yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, drop a thumbs up emoji in the comments so I know you made it to the end, so I know that you're watching, because apparently more people than I expected are watching. And I love the technique, and I'm excited to see what happens next. And I have some interesting news for you coming up in a future video. But for now, get ready. I hope you watched the video with me and Dave. I hope you saw and you liked the picture of me and Rener, and even the picture of me, Rener, and Dave. And I think that's it. So I'll sign off. Thanks for watching. Stay positive, stay focused, and stay vigilant. See you next time.